Anytime I'm presented with a Chevrolet Chevette, I'm reminded of a joke I believe it was Jay Leno told on his HBO special in the early 80s. The joke goes like this, and forgive me, I don't have the acumen to present it like Jay Leno does, but here it goes. So my dad, he buys a Chevette, a Chevy Chevette. So we go out and ride in it, and he's driving, and I say to him, "Hey, I'd like to drive this thing." So we pull alongside the sidewalk there, and I start to open the door, and there's like a wall there. I hit the wall with the door, and I look closer. It's not a wall, it's the curb. Okay, my apologies for the really bad rendition of that joke, but let's take a look at this Chevy Chevette here. First of all, let's go to fandom and see what they got to say about it. 1976 Chevy Chevette debut series was Flying Customs, produced from 2013 up until the present. The designer was Brendan Vatuski, and the original SKU was X8178. Then the description is this: the 1976 Chevy Chevette casting was designed as if it was a pro street car built in the 1980s. It is styled with a tubbed sheet metal interior, roll cage, fiberglass front clip, and hood scoop. It's come out in a lot of versions, and in 2023, it's in the Hot Wheels Drag Strip series. It is number 197 out of 250 for the main line. It is in a metal flake red. It has 5-spoke MC5 tires on the front, and it has 5 spokes on the rear. All right, let's get into the deep dive on this car. Starting on the right side at the rear and going to the right. Okay, first of all, you see the color matched bumper. Very nice looking. Next, you'll see on the rear quarter panel the black, orange, and yellow racing stripes. If you look very closely, you can see that there is a Hot Wheels swoosh on the rear quarter panel of this car. Very cool. Almost invisible. You've got those 5-spoke wheels on there. Love them. Really love them. Got the little slots there for the lug nuts in the wheels. Like that as well. The glass on the windows is lightly tinted gray, and the passenger and driver's side windows are rolled down. This car does not have any side mirrors on it, but given it's a drag car, it really wouldn't make any sense to have side mirrors on it in the first place. Just slow it down, be extra weight. Car does have realistically modeled door handles with keyholes in there. It's interesting that Hot Wheels threw in the keyhole there. A little much, but it's a nice detail. It's welcome. And once again, we got those racing stripes again coming down the back of the door and coming down towards the middle and then looping back and then making a straight line towards the front of the car. Looks really good. We've got Goodyear Tampo on there. We've got a Chevrolet Tampo on there, and we've got a Bell Helmets Tampo. Then if you come on around and look at the front of the car, you'll see that there is the bumper there, and it almost, in some ways, I'm looking at the real car right now, it almost looks like a side light, but it's the bumper. You can see that big hood scoop, and you can see the size. It's huge, really, really big. Front wheels, those are the MC5 wheels on front. You'll see that there's no tampo on the front end of this car. Now, given, once again, it's a racing car, that actually might be fairly accurate. Literally, if that's a fiberglass front end made to look like a normal Chevette front end, it's entirely possible that they just painted it in the same color. So I wouldn't take anything away from this car because the front end has no tampo on it like it might normally have on a normal car. You see that big hood scoop, got the big hole in the hood scoop, really cool. Now it does have the positions in the diecast for the lights and the radiator grill and the bumper, and got a couple of little notches there for turn signals and so forth. So it's well done on the front for the car that it actually is. Taking a look at the left side of the car, basically the left side is exactly the same as the right side with the tempo, the racing stripes, the Chevrolet bow tie, the Bell helmets, oval, and then the Goodyear on there. All the same. Now, one thing you might not notice, maybe a little hard to see, and I'm not sure I can present it to you, is there is only one seat in this car. It does not have dual seats. So very much sticking to the racing theme. I like that a lot. Looking at the rear of the car, you can see There's no tempo on the rear of the car. It's just all molded in the metal of the car itself. So you got tail lights, you've got tag, you've got bumper, and then the one thing that really sticks out on this car, and technically it is sticking out, is the wheelie bar on back. Keep this car from wheeling upwards. Overall, it's a good car. Let's flip it over on its side and take a look at it from the plan view. We got racing stripes on the roof of the car. Looks really good. We have no windshield wipers on this car. Why would you have windshield wipers on a race car? You can see that big hood scoop. It covers a good, probably 50% of the hood of that car, of the hood that opens. On the fenders up front, you can see that the racing stripes are on there, the black, orange, and yellow. Looks fantastic. Flipping the car over on, and let's take a look at the underside of the car. Once again, you've got the wheelie bar with the rivet sticking through it. You've got some suspension elements there. You've got differential. You've got the transmission. You've got some engine parts there. You've got suspension parts there. And you've got a long drive shaft. All very well done by Hot Wheels. It's a nice little car. I was excited when I saw that I had it in a box of 50 that I had opened earlier. I really like it. It's a cool car. The actual cars in them themselves in 1976, they were just basically a tin can on wheels with a motor strapped to them. I wouldn't want one, but I love the Hot Wheels version. So there's the car. Hope you enjoyed the review. Please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next review.